Hi, I'm Uncle Mark. I'm going to attempt to change this mirror sail, whatever you want to call it, triangle piece. Actually, what I'm going to try and show you is maybe you need to remove it to take the fender off. Can you do that without breaking it? The short answer is you're probably going to break it, but I'm going to show you how it goes together and we'll try and do it. There's skippable chapters below in case you are working to a certain level here and you need to know what the next step is, so you can go down in the description. It's not really removable. I guess if you're very careful, I'll show you what we did here. I had to take it off to do some other work and didn't understand how it was attached, and I broke the first one, like the original one, so I ordered a new one. So I'm trying to just gently pry it, and I'll show you here there's actually a tab that's holding this whole thing on. So we get the light sitting the right way. You can't just pop it off. The top, I'll show you the way the fingers hold it in, and then the bottom too, it's a little bit tricky. I guess if you're a very patient person, also put a link in the description as to where you can buy these on Amazon. They're fairly cheap, I guess, but you know, money's money. And if you can take it off without breaking it, spending a couple extra minutes could work. So you can see right there, that white piece, that is a clip. And this is what it looks like if you had it off, to see that these little tangs that stick out. So once it pops in the hole, they pop out and it won't release. But once we understand what we're up against, then maybe we can get it out. And that's what it looks like when it goes back in. There'll be a felt piece in there. That angle's up. Triangle sits sideways. This might be a good time to give me the thumbs up if you're finding this is going to be helpful. There will be some good information here. So it can't hurt. The algorithm know that I'm trying to do a good job. So we know where the piece is. Yeah, oh, there, and it did pop out, and the side of it broke on this one. I think it'll clip back in if we don't break anything else, because one side will hold it in there. I think a lot of these break anyway, just from time. You might see them missing, thinking somebody stole it. They didn't steal it. It just somehow broke. A lot of plastic pieces. So there's two fingers at the bottom, if you want to call them. They're kind of a hook, almost like if you hooked your finger, bent your finger down. They slip into some holes, and once they're in there, you can't get them out. We'll show you what they look like as well. One of them I think we can access without too much trouble. That's the one closest to the mirror. The one furthest from the mirror is going to be a little tougher. We might have to access it through one of the body holes there. So just trying to pull it far enough without breaking it to both show you and to access it for me. There's a white clip there again that kind of snapped. If you look below it, I'll try and give you a different angle here. Let me just move it around a little bit more. Tough with the lighting too. Plus, we're looking in a space that's like maybe an inch wide or something. I can see it. I'm just going to try and light it up a little more. I'll show you here in a second. I'll put a little arrow to it. It's kind of a grayish color or black color. It's part of the whole triangle. It's not a separate piece, and if you break it, you can't remove it. But there is a metal piece here. I see that I push right there in the middle of it. This is what it looks like. It looks like I can unclip it. We're just going to push down like that and gently pull it out a little bit. And it looks like this one came out. But it doesn't come out too far again. So if we pull it out too far, probably going to break the one in the front. So it's two of them. Now if we can reach the one that's at the very front, furthest away from the mirror, I'll get a little flashlight in here and then I'll show you what I am seeing. It's going to be a similar kind of thing, except you're going to have to access it, I think, through, there's a hole in the fender, a square hole. I guess a square hole is a square, right? Well, I guess no hole's a hole. I can just see it. There's a finger here that just, that's not, on the bottom of the screen, that's not what we're trying to get at. So you see this access point there? Might have to just put a tool through down in there and push. Got one of these door panel tools. I use this all the time. This is probably the one of the first things a guy should get. There's always something you need to pop off. That little angle there helps as well. So I've got it in that hole. I'm trying to access it from the very back side, actually inside the fin.
Yeah.
And it's the same kind of thing. If we push down on the clip, I'll show you another picture here right away. If I can push down on it, should be able to release it. And if you want to continue on, you can skip to the next chapter.
No.
Yeah, it's coming. There we go, got it. And it looks like it broke it. I broke part of it. Yep. So we'll just show you a little close-up again of what they both look like. So you see the dilemma as to trying to take this off without breaking it. Not really made to take off. But I guess if you're gentle, more videos on this Grand Caravan up in the top right-hand corner there, you'll see there's a card there. If you need to do some different kinds of things. There's the holes. We'll put the new one back in. Maybe you bought a new one. This is the new one. 2 clips intact. And you see once they push in, the little finger pops up and they're locked in there. So let's go do that. Oh, I'll just show you a little closer. What we're up against here. There you go. Oh, let's try this angle. Steady. This is where you can see on the top of that clip there. It rides along the top and then falls in behind it. So you're not going to probably get that off. Well, they don't want it falling off, do they? So you just line them up in those square holes. I'll show you from another angle here. Put them in first. And then that white clip on the top will enter in there. And it'll clip on. And we're pretty much done. Again, I hope this has been kind of helpful to you. I've got a lot more complicated videos on the Grand Caravan. I've got a whole playlist you'll want to check out. Because I'm sure there's other things you're working on besides this. We see the clip there with the 2 little fingers. Line everything up. Give it a little tap. And it should pop in. Those 2 and the top. Why not subscribe as well? You'll get videos. Usually I try and release 1 a week. I have been releasing them on Sundays in the early morning, but if you're part of the subscription list there, you'll get one automatically and you can watch it at your leisure. Thanks for watching.
No.